guys, hey, welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is Smokey, Steve, and Marc. Oh, yes, it is. Welcome or welcome back, and oh, it's great to see you on this fine Monday, right? Well, I should say fine, very cold Monday. Yeah, we're still in the middle of a cold wave here. I don't know. I guess I just have to accept the fact that cold weather is here to stay. But that's okay, right? And y'all, oh my gosh, it's Thanksgiving week. Well, here in the States anyway, and it's a pretty big holiday, right? Especially for all those foodies out there, right? Right? Are you ready for some turkey? I know I am. We got our turkey already. We got it free at Giant. So I'm excited about it. This will be our first Thanksgiving together. Like, just us as a married couple, well, just us and the boys, So we're going to make a turkey and stuff on Thursday. So it'll be really, really nice. And we have a nice long weekend, too. We're both off Thursday and Friday. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, at work, we are extremely busy, like today, Tuesday and Wednesday, because we had to squeeze everybody in, But hey, we can deal with it to have 4 days off. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. And we're gonna have fun tonight, all Thanksgiving themed. First, we're gonna go into the kitchen. I have one last Thanksgiving recipe for you to do, yes, and then we have a really quick and cute DIY for our table settings, and then I may even have a few tips for you, all about getting ready for the big day, too, So, we'll get started on that in just a minute. But first, I was thinking, actually about Thanksgiving and, of course, the point of it and the overall theme, and I suppose what should be, like, right in the front of our minds during this holiday is gratitude, really, right? And I am one that, I do my best to live my life every day in gratitude. Now some days it's a lot harder than others, admittedly it is, right? But I have found that, gratitude is, well, it's really important, in the recovery world, the slogan, the saying goes that, a person with gratitude in their heart, a person that lives with gratitude every day will not relapse, and it kind of makes sense there, and in everyday life too, and for people who may be, may not be chemically dependent or anything, gratitude is equally as important. Now, I'm really good for, on my way to work every day, I do say a little prayer and everything, and an important component of my prayer is gratitude. And I simply say, I thank you for my home, my job, my health, my freedom, my relationships with other people, of course, for the boys, I can't forget them, for our YouTube channel and you guys, for all those things that I take for granted and don't think about every day, having food to eat, having clothes to wear, having medication to take to help with sicknesses, all those things that we take for granted, boy, once they're taken away, oh boy, do we miss them then and wish we had them, right? So, I do try to remember that on a daily basis. And it helps. It helps a lot. In fact, if I don't do it, if I skip it one day, I'm just a little off that day, It's just, I don't know. A gracious heart is... Well, there's nothing else like it, It just kind of makes everything else kind of fall into place, So, I don't know. I'm going to do my best this week to keep gratitude right in the front of my mind every single day, because that's what the holiday's all about, for real, It really, really is. So, anyway, I don't know where that came from. I just thought I'd talk a little about gratitude for a second there, because it is really important. It is, So anyway, all right, well, you know what? Okay, we have a lot of stuff to get to tonight, all right? So first up, oh yes, I have a recipe for you that I've been wanting to share for quite some time. And so we're going to go over into the kitchen and make it, and it is perfect for Thanksgiving. But not only just for Thanksgiving, this recipe will be great, like, all holiday season long or on any cold and chilly night. Oh, yes, it is, y'all. Oh my gosh. So, sweet potatoes and buttery Yukon Gold potatoes and warm spices all come together to create a comforting and delicious soup. Oh yes, just perfect for Thanksgiving or Christmas or any chilly winter night, y'all. Oh my gosh, in less than an hour, you're gonna have a big pot of creamy sweet potato soup. Oh yeah, so let's get started. This is what we need to make this delicious soup. So starting over here, I have about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. That'll be for our garnish. Now our seasonings. In here we have 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of fresh minced ginger. And here I have a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic, and this is 1.5 cups of chopped up onions, 1 cup of chopped up carrots. Back here we have 7 cups of chicken stock. Feel free to use vegetable stock too. And over here we have 3 pounds of sweet potatoes, which I peeled and diced up into 1 inch to 1/2 inch cubes. And over here we have 2 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, which we also peeled and chopped up into 1 inch or 1/2 inch chunks. Okay, definitely use Yukon Gold potatoes. Yukons are buttery, just like the sweet potatoes are, and actually they're much more flavorful than your standard like white or red potatoes are. Now, before I cut them all up, I took either end of each potato off and left the skins on, and I cut them up into tiny little 1/4 inch chunks like this, and I tossed them in a little bit of olive oil with some salt and pepper. Now we're going to use this a little bit later. This goes with our garnish. Oh yeah, so we'll just set this aside for now, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do, did I mention? This is an Instant Pot recipe. Oh yes, it's gonna come together in a snap, y'all. Now, if you don't have an Instant Pot, don't worry about it. I'll let you know how to do it on top of the stove too, okay? So in the liner of my Instant Pot, I have 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, and I have my function set to saute. And once that's all melted, we're ready to go here. We're going to add our onions and our carrots, just like that. Give it a little stir there, and we're gonna saute them until they're nice and fragrant, and they soften up just a little bit. That'll be about 5 to 6 minutes, okay? Here we go. Okay, now to this we're going to add our garlic, bam, 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 and all of our spices. Like that. Give that another stir, and we're gonna saute that for just an additional 1 minute, okay? Oh, so fragrant. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so now we're going to add all of our potatoes. That would be both of them, the sweet potatoes and our Yukon Gold, and give them just a little stir there to try to get some of those flavors on there, like that, and that is just perfect. All right, now to that we're going to add our broth. Oops. Okay. Give that a stir and just try to get that bottom of your pan there, just in case you have any brown bits on there from when we sauteed our vegetables. We don't want any error notice going off, you know what I'm saying? All right, and that's pretty good. So now we're gonna seal our Instant Pot all up and set her to high pressure cook, and we're gonna let her go for 11 minutes, all right? Alright, so our soup's in the works. Yes, so now we're going to revisit our little potatoes that we cut up earlier. Yep. Now these are going to be used for a garnish for our soup. Oh, it's so delicious and it adds just such a perfect texture to this soup, okay? So what I did was, I believe I already told you, but I tossed it with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. And now, oh yes, we're gonna roast these. Oh yes, we are. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine right in the air fryer, y'all. But we're gonna roast these until they're nice and tender and a little bit brown, okay? So in the air fryer, it takes like 10 minutes maybe on 400, but you can also do it right in your oven too, okay? Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, here we go. Alright, and that's what we're looking for. Just like that. Oh, these are gonna make such a great garnish for this soup. Oh, I can't wait to show you. I can't wait. And more than that, I cannot wait to eat it. All right, okay, let it cool off first, and then we'll put it in a bowl and set it aside, okay? Okay, we are ready to open this baby up, but first we have to manually decompress it. My cameraman just happens to love to do this. Would you like to do it?
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm so excited.
All right.
There you go.
Now be careful. Don't be an idiot and hurt yourself.
Look at our
vent.
dragon.
Fun times, huh? I love it. Well, thank you.
You're
so
more than
much
welcome.
for doing that. How do you like our steam diverter? Just love it. You know, that was a wedding gift. Oh man, Mary M, thank you so much. We love it. And Mary sent like a few things, and oh my gosh, it's so awesome. All right, here we go. Yum, yum, yum. Perfect. All right, so check your oh yeah, we're nice and soft. Okay, this is perfect. Now, if you cut your potatoes a little bit larger and you find that they're still a little too firm, go ahead and seal her back up and high pressure again for another 2 minutes or so, okay? But we're ready to go. So the next step, oh yeah, we're gonna puree this all up with our immersion blender. Now, if you don't have an immersion blender like this, you can do this in batches in a food processor or a stand blender. Just be very, very careful because obviously it's very, very hot, okay? All right, so let's zizz this all up. Just perfect, look. Oh, that's just fantastic. It smells so good, y'all. It really, really does. Okay, so now at this point, what you want to do is test your soup for taste, and you can adjust your seasonings, add some more salt, pepper, cumin, whatever it needs. Ours is pretty good, so let's serve her up, okay? So what we're gonna do is, I have my bowl ready, I'll fill her up. Now this soup, I'll tell you what, makes great, great leftovers. It tastes even better the next day. It really, honestly, it does. Freezes like a dream. You know what? Separate it into individual servings and pop it into the freezer. You'll have it any time you need it, okay? All right, so we have it in our bowl. Here, we're gonna make a whole bunch. We're gonna put even more in. Okay, there we go. All right, so now for our garnish, I have some sour cream here, which I let come up to about room temperature. I got about an hour ago or so. I took it out of the fridge, and we're just gonna kind of dollop it on here, just like that, okay? And then we're gonna give it a little swirl just to give a little marble effect there. Nice, huh? Yeah, just like that. And now, where our potatoes come into play. Top it with some roasted Yukon Gold potatoes right in the center there, just like that. And you could use as much or as little as you want. And then finally, Oh yeah, a sprinkle of fresh parsley right on top. Nice. Looks pretty good, huh? I like it. I like it. Let's bring this home. And there you have it, our sweet potato soup. Ooh, did that look good, didn't it? Now look, okay, if you're not really a sweet potato fan, don't pass this up. You gotta give it a try. I don't know how to explain it. It does not taste like eating a sweet potato. It doesn't. It's super delicious. In fact, well, I made it yesterday, and we both had it last night and both went back for seconds. It's super good. And you know what I like to do? Put some sharp cheddar cheese on top of it. Oh man, it just brings it all together. It's so delicious. I hope you give it a try. So we only have a tiny little bit left, but I think I'm gonna have to go. Maybe I'll go out and get it now and hide it in the bedroom because I think I want to have it again tonight for real. And I took the rest into work and gave it to everybody there, and they really liked it too. So that's cool. And not only that, there's plenty of time to make it before Thanksgiving. It's really quick and easy, And you know what? Thinking about that, right? So we're in the days leading up to Thanksgiving, right? And I'm sure you have all, your menu planned and your to-do list done. But why wait until Thanksgiving to get those things done, right? Why wait? I mean, it's going to be hectic enough on Thanksgiving. So I'm here to help you with that. Yes, I am. I put together a list of 6 tasks that you can tackle right now to make your Thanksgiving, well, a little less stressful. Oh, Thanksgiving is only a few days away, so you should be starting to get those tasks completed on your to-do list, right? Well, luckily, a lot of those tasks can be done in the days leading up to Turkey Day. So here are 6 things that you can get done, well, right now if you want to, and this will ensure that you have a stress-free and happy Thanksgiving. Up first is something that I always forget about. Gather up all of those leftover containers. Oh yes, beautifully packaged Thanksgiving leftovers make the ultimate party favor for the big day. Don't they? Admittedly, they do. So make sure you grab a bunch of those oblong takeout containers, aluminum foil, oh yes, and remember some of those 2, 3, and 4 ounce souffle cups. They are perfect for cranberry sauce and gravy. And don't forget Ziploc bags to package up all of those turkey biscuits you made too. Now here's one that's really, really helpful. Create a cooking schedule. Now, based on the menu that I'm sure you already have prepared, you do, don't you? I hope so. Create a cooking schedule, and be sure to keep track of things like the day you can prep these items and the time it takes to cook them, when you're gonna put them in the oven. This way you'll know exactly what's in the oven, what's on top of the stove, what's in the pressure cooker, the microwave, the air fryer, the slow cooker. Well, you know what I mean, don't you? Now this Thanksgiving staple tastes even better the day after you make it. So why not make your own cranberry sauce? And you can do it days ahead of time, right? And besides that, homemade cranberry sauce not only is pretty impressive, it's easy to make and it's much more healthier than the canned stuff. There's no added corn syrup or preservatives or anything like that. You know exactly what's in it. And besides that, it's so easy to make too. Here is a great recipe for you. 30 minutes and you are done. definitely prep your dishes and your cookware, especially those items that you don't use every day. Whether you're dusting off your fine china or polishing up that fancy silverware, wash everything now. And don't forget things, like carving boards, right? Roasting pans, casserole dishes, serving utensils. Get that all done now so you don't have to worry about it on the big day. And definitely clean up your space. And I mean everything. Cross off all of those housekeeping tasks right off that list a few days before Thanksgiving so your home is in tip-top shape to receive guests. I mean, there is nothing worse than scrambling around trying to clean the house 5 minutes before guests arrive. Sweeping the floor, wiping down the cabinets, dusting. Get it done now. And don't forget about the fridge. Clean that baby out. Throw away all that expired food, give it a wipe down, and make space for all of that yummy, yummy food that's gonna fill her up in a few days. Don't forget about the kiddos. Plan some activities for the kids. Please do this. Activities that are directed just towards the kids will make the holiday a lot more special and a lot more stress-free, if you know what I mean. Why not make some homemade turkey hats? Or what about some Thanksgiving placemats? Kids love hands-on things like that. Or, better yet, why not make our cork toss game? Not only can the kids help make it, but they will have a ton of fun playing it too. And here's a little bonus tip for you. How about elevating your Thanksgiving dinner to the next level by making some compound butters? They're super, super easy to do. You can make them days ahead of time. And even more than that, when you wrap them up in a little bit of parchment paper, they make awesome take-home gifts. And yep, they are really easy to make too. Basic recipe: half a cup of softened butter to about 5 tablespoons of the ingredients of your choice, like herbs. Whip that all up until it's all incorporated, and then roll it into a log or press it into a mold and refrigerate it, and that's all there is to it. How about this herbed compound butter, right? With parsley and rosemary. So easy to do, and yep, super, super impressive. Well, that was just a few Thanksgiving tasks that you can cross off your list ahead of time. I hope it helped out a little bit, but more than that, I hope it makes your Thanksgiving just a little more special. Not bad, huh? There's some pretty good tips there, right? I think so. I don't know. I'm a big component to getting whatever you can get done early, get it done early, right? I mean, we do. Thanksgiving, if you're having a crowd over, it's hectic enough. You have so much stuff to do. So why not get that stuff done ahead of time? Right, Bandit? Right? This is my little helper. He's going to help me all week for Thanksgiving, huh? Yes, he is. He doesn't know it yet, but he is. But anyway, pies. You can make your pies up a day or two ahead of time. You don't even have to think about it on Thanksgiving. Your dressing, cube up all of that bread, add all the seasonings to it, wrap it up, pop it in the fridge. Then you can skip that step on Thanksgiving, Whatever you can do ahead of time, do it so that you can also enjoy the big day, especially if you are the only one in charge of all of that food, So, how about let's talk a little bit about table settings, right? Well, I just happen to have a cute little and quick DIY that you can whip up whenever you want in the next couple of days, that'll add a really cute decor piece to your table settings, and it's something that all of your guests can take home and save for years to come and put it out during the autumn, okay? We're gonna make some gold leaf river rock table settings. Let's do it, okay? It's DIY time! And today we have a fantastic craft for you. We're gonna make some gold leaf river rock table settings for Thanksgiving. Oh yes, they're so great. You know what's nice about these? You can make them, you can put them out for Thanksgiving, and each guest can take theirs home with them if they'd like, and then they become decor for autumn. It's pretty cool, all right? So let's get right to it, okay? So the first thing we need are river rocks, or my grandma used to call these bald rocks. I don't know, they're just kind of like roundish, and they're kind of smooth, So you'll need some of those. Well, as many as you want to make, as many guests as you have, or however many you want to make. That's how many you need of these, okay? I just raided right outside here and I lucked out and found a bunch. And I got all kinds of different sizes, So the first thing I did was I just painted them black. Just like this. Now, you could do brown or orange, use whatever color you want, but we are going to be applying gold leaf to these. Yes, we are. Oh, they're gonna look so good. So I would definitely choose a darker color, like a black or a brown, okay? And this is matted black too, okay? So I just washed my rocks, and then I let them dry, and then I painted them black, and I have one ready to go here for you, okay? Now, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put leaf designs on here. So for that, I just made up a little sheet here of different sizes and different shapes of leaves. Now, I'll be sure to post this project over on Facebook the first thing in the morning so that you can download this if you want to make this project. It does make it a lot easier. And the next thing I did was I just snipped them out with some scissors so that I have a little stencil or a little template to use, for my rocks, okay? And then, see if you can see, then I just took one and I set it right on top of my rock, and I kind of just held it down in the center, and then with a pencil, I just marked all around the outside of it. Now, feel free to freehand this if you'd like. I'm not that good. I couldn't freehand. I think you can see that. I can see it a little bit in pencil. Okay, so now this is the guide. Now this is where our gold leaf is going to stick to. And for it to stick, we're going to have to apply glue to it. So I have some tacky glue here all ready to go. And I have a nice thin brush ready to go as well. And all we're going to do is dip our glue. And then we're just going to kind of paint it with our glue, following our guidelines here all the way around, okay? Just like that. Now, they do sell specific adhesive for gold leaf. It's called gold leaf adhesive, but you can also use Mod Podge or tacky glue just as well. Okay, just like that. You can see, yeah, you can see that. Okay, now for the fun part. You're gonna go get yourself some gold leaf. I got this right on Amazon, or you can get it at any craft store, and it's not that expensive. The stuff is so cool, but it's so thin. Oh my goodness. Okay, and they should all be separated with a piece of parchment paper like that, okay? And now, I'll face it this way so hopefully you can see it. We're going to lay this down right on top of our design. And then, I'll pick it up here so you can see it. And then we're just going to gently tap down so that it adheres to the glue that we just painted on, just like that, okay? Now, Okay, mine didn't rip anywhere, but if yours happens to rip and you see spaces, don't worry. Just take another tiny little scrap of gold leaf and put it right on top. You'll never see it. You won't. This stuff is very forgiving, even though it feels a little like foo-foo-ish, I mean, look, it's so it's so thin. All right, so now that that's down like that, we're going to let it dry just for a couple minutes. It doesn't have to completely dry. I have one all ready to go here for you. Okay, that I did a little bit ago, so it's dry and ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is just take off all these little scrap pieces here, the big stuff that's hanging over there, okay? And what we want to do is get rid of all of the stuff that wasn't glued down to form our leaf. And to do that, you could use a foam brush, you could use like a gilding brush or a soft bristle brush, or how about a cheap toothbrush? That will work too. And we're just going to gently wipe away, leaving our design. All right, you know what? I have one done for you. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? I think they look awesome. All the different designs. Really nice, huh? It's like, it has a little bit of elegance to it, but it's a rock. I don't know how to describe it. I just like these. So the next thing we're going to do is, since these are going to be table settings, we're going to put some felt or cork or something on the bottom of it so it doesn't scratch our table. So I have these little bumpers that I got at the dollar store. I use these for everything. And they just peel right off and they're self-stick. And we're going to put them right on the bottom. Just like that. And now it has a soft little, it won't scratch our tables. Isn't that pretty cool? Now, you can decide what you want to do at this point. Now, I went ahead and I gave mine a coat of acrylic spray to seal it all up, and they do sell it in semi-gloss, gloss, and a matted finish too. So totally up to you if you want to do that or not. I think it will preserve it for a long time so you can use it year after year, And then you can decide if you would like to write the person's name on it, or you could turn it over and write like Thanksgiving 2022 for a little keepsake. The choice is yours. You can do whatever you want with these. I'm leaving mine just like this as a little decor piece for my table setting, okay? I'm going to show you that in one moment. But first, I guess I gotta finish the rest of these up. Dun, 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 dun. So, I don't know. I really think that these rocks will make such a nice accompaniment to whatever tablescape you decide to do this year. They look pretty cool, huh? I really think that they turned out nice, don't you? And you know what? Besides that, your guests will have a nice little memento to take home with them after the big day. Are you going to stay right there? Are you? Are you? Well, aren't those cute? They are really cute. I do like them, and they're really easy to do too. One thing I do have to say, I know I said it was optional, but I would definitely recommend sealing them up after you're done with it, either with some acrylic spray, and if you don't have this, just go ahead and use some Mod Podge or tacky glue and put another coat over it after it's all done. It'll preserve them much longer. Gold leaf has a tendency to flake off and stuff, and especially if these are on the table, they're going to be touched and stuff. So definitely seal those up if you make them, okay? And if you do make them, please shoot me a picture. We would love to see them, okay? And then we'll share them in a future video too, okay? So that's really That's really it. All right, I think I talked your ear off enough tonight. One last thing I wanted to say. Oh, yes, we're doing our Christmas card exchange again this year. So shoot us out a Christmas card and we will shoot one right back to you. And I think it may even have an SSAM sticker in it this year. Hopefully, if they come in time. I did get the shipping notification, so they should be here on time. They should be here actually this weekend. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so our contact information is below. That'd be our P.O. box. That's where you would send the Christmas card to. And I can't wait to get your greetings this year. And then we're going to go ahead and display them on our backdrop too. So, well, thank you so much for spending your time with me this evening. It does mean the world to me. It really does. Talk about gratitude, right? Definitely hit that subscribe button, okay, and give that notification bell a little tickle there so you know when we have a new video coming out. Check us out over on Facebook and Instagram, and all of our contact information is listed right down below, including our email address. If you have any questions or suggestions, to shoot me an email, okay? You have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time, all right? Remember, everybody, stay positive and stay grateful, okay? Ciao, everybody!
What you think, Bandit? Yeah.